Shaping cities, empowering people. City Vision. City Vision. This for the people. Shaping cities, empowering people. We shaping cities,
inspiring people.
We shaping cities. Yeah. We shaping cities steady.
Building from the base. Building from the base.
From the base.
Empowering people.
Put the power in their face.
Yeah, power in their face.
Power in their face.
From the block to the top.
Yeah, we level in the space.
City Vision, we the
future. Yeah, we stepping in the place.
Yeah. Started with a spark, not a vision, vivid, living proof. From the ground to the grind, had to tighten every move. Spark, proof, grind, move. Turn the losses into lessons, now we leveling the views. Now the city seeing clearly. We the ones they gotta choose. From the pain to the purpose, put the work in with the work.
Working with the work.
Working with the word. Gotta plant it in the dirt just to show them what it's worth. Work. We shaping cities steady.
Building from the base.
Empowering people.
Put the power in their face.
Power. Face.
From the block to the top.
Yeah, we level in the space.
City Vision. We the future.
Yeah, we stepping in a place. Every block got a plan.
Got a plan.
Every
plane got a plan.
Turn the fear into fire.
Fire don't fade.
Now we building up a legacy they never could erase.
Erase.
We don't fall. Stand tall through it all.
Stand tall.
Hand in hand, build a plan. Yeah, we answering the call.
Answer the call.
Answer the call.
If we move it as a unit, ain't no limit, none at all.
We shaping cities steady.
Building from the base.
Empowering people.
Put the power in their face.
That power in the people.
Power in the people.
Power in the people.
From the block to the top, yeah, we level in the space.
City Vision, we the future, yeah, we stepping in a place. Shaping cities, empowering people.
Shaping cities. Empowering people.
Shaping cities, empower people. City Vision. City Vision. This for the people. Shaping cities, empowering people. We shaping cities,
inspiring people.
We shaping cities. Yeah, 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 yeah. We shaping cities steady. Building from the base. Building from the base. From the base, from the base. Empowering people.
Put the power in their face.
Yeah, power in their face.
Power in their face.
From the block to the top.
Yeah, we level in the space.
City vision, we the
future. Yeah, we stepping in the place.
Yeah. Started with a spark, now the vision, vivid, living proof. From the ground to the grind, had to tighten every move. Spark, proof, grind, move. Turn the losses into lessons, now we leveling the views. Now the city seeing clearly. We the ones they gotta choose. From the pain to the purpose, put the work in with the work.
Working with the work.
Working with the word. Gotta plant it in the dirt just to show them what it's worth. We shaping cities steady.
Building from the base.
Empowering people.
Put the power in their face.
Power, 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 power. Face.
Face, 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 face. From the block to the top.
Yeah, we level in the space.
City vision. We the future.
Yeah, we stepping in a place. Every block got a plan.
Got a plan.
Got a plan.
Every plan got a plan.
Got a plan.
Got a plan.
Turn the fear into fire.
Fire don't fade.
Now we building up a legacy they never could erase.
Erase, 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 erase.
We don't fall, we don't fall. Stand tall through it all.
Stand tall, stand tall.
Hand in hand, build a plan. Yeah, we answering the call.
Answer the call.
Answer the call.
Answer the call. If we move it as a unit, ain't no limit, none at all.
We shaping cities steady.
Building from the base.
Empowering people.
Put the power in their face.
That power in the people.
Power in the people.
Power in the people.
From the block to the top, yeah, we level in the space.
City vision, we the future, yeah, we stepping in a place. Shaping cities, empowering people.
Shaping cities. Oh, empowering people.
Shaping cities, empower people.
Mindfull Mondays. Mindfull Monday. Take a breath of the day. Not to escape the work, but to center the why behind it. Be present in your purpose. Move with intention, not urgency. Lead from peace, not pressure. Mindfulness isn't slowing down the mission, it's sharpening it. Stay grounded, stay focused, stay Mindful Mondays. Mindful Mondays. Mindful Mondays. Mindful Mondays. Take a breath today. Mindful Mondays. Mindful Mondays. Mindful Mondays. Mindful Mondays. Yeah. Mindful Mondays. Mindful Mondays. Mindful Mondays. Mindful Mondays. Mindful Mondays. Take a breath today. Mindful Mondays. Mindful Mondays. Mindful Mondays. Mindful Mondays. Mindful Mondays. Take a breath today. Mindful Monday. Take a breath today. Take a breath today. Take a breath today. Mindful Mondays. Mindful Mondays. Take a breath. Take a breath. Take a breath. Take a breath today. Mindful Mondays. Mindful Mondays. Take a breath today. Take a breath today. Take a breath. Take a breath today. Take a breath today. Take a breath today. Mindful Monday. Take a breath today. 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 Mindful Monday. Take a breath. Take a breath today. Take a breath. Take a breath. Take a breath today. Take a breath today. Take a breath. Take a breath today. Take a breath today. Take a breath today. Take a breath. Take a breath. Take a breath today. Take a take a take a take a take a take a breath. Take a breath. Take a breath. Take a breath today. Mindful Mondays. Mindful Monday. Take a breath today. Not to escape the work, but to center the why behind it. Be present in your purpose. Move with intention, not urgency. Lead from peace, not pressure. Mindfulness isn't slowing down the mission, it's sharpening it. Stay grounded, stay focused, stay
Welcome, Dr. Jackson. How are you today? Welcome, everyone. I'm Tavon Brooks, your host. We are here live, Mindful Mondays on this beautiful Monday. Well, it's a little rain outside, but it's still a beautiful Monday. So here you are live.
Yeah, we're live, and it is a good thing. And if you recall, last week we had tornado warnings and so forth, and we were broadcasting, and we ended up having to shut the broadcast down because different people were trying to get in from different places, and we were
Mhm.
having trouble with the signal. So today is a mindful Monday. It is a time to be thankful, a time to be gracious about the things that are going. It is 12 o'clock noon, and you got our host, TB Brooks, bringing it to you live. The only man alive who can do that.
Mm, I like to hear that. And also, this is none other than it couldn't have been without Dr. Jackson. You're the one that put this whole thing together, sir. So credit goes to you too as well. Beautiful Mindful Monday here at 12:01, May 4th of 2026.
You
We
know,
got a beautiful day for you.
one of the pieces that comes across so loud and clear in our song is be intentional about your actions. And that's what
Yeah.
we try to do on Mindful Monday. You can reach us at area code 314 464 2522 for this Mindful Monday show. And it's also the email is mmondays365 at gmail.com. Some of you have been trying to reach us about a multiplicity of things, and our show today will highlight some of the things that we talk about. We
Yes.
are
Yes.
we are indebted to a number of people for doing what we do, but our goal is to help you become better at doing the things that you do.
Hmm.
Well, last week was an atrocious um, week as it relates to predicting the weather because they predicted the weather would be okay in the morning, and in the afternoon we have tornado threats. It happened that before we even got on, we had rain and a few tornado threats. So,
Hmm.
TB Brooks, can you tell us what is going on in St. Louis now? You said it's raining. Tell,
Yeah.
pull
Wasn't
it up for
raining.
us and tell us.
So as of right now, we have in St. Louis. Those of you out who know St. Louis weather, you got to wear your boots and everything else. Uh, keep your boots sweat. I would say keep your boots, the sweater, the umbrella in the car. But right now,
And don't forget about the tennis shoes because you know sometimes it'll start off cool and all of a sudden it's so hot. Oh my feet. So tell us a little bit, uh, Mr. Brooks, about the weather.
so as of right now, we expected a high of 83 today. Uh, a high of 83 and the low of 57, which is kind of cool. There are some showers around 2 o'clock. We expected to have some showers here in St. Louis City. You might be outside of St. Louis City. You might experience them already, but in the city where we show me state, around 2 o'clock. That is today. You also have Tuesday some rain as well. High of 60, low of 46. You have Wednesday, which is going to get cloudy, a little better, 61 and 44. The wind on that day was a little bit slow, so it's not going to be as cool as it is the other days. Then we can expect to get back into our spring, the kind of weather we like around Friday. I mean, Thursday, Friday, 67, 47. Friday, we're going to hit it with a 73, 52, slight showers. Saturday, 80, 55. If you got something planned, you should have a beautiful Saturday. Plan a dinner or brunch. Mother's Day is coming up around the 9th, so I expect to have a nice Mother's Day. On the 10th, some light rain. You're going to have a 68 to 80, I mean to 50 on a Monday. So this week, partially rainy, but again, we have some sunshine on Mother's Day itself, which is May 9th. Happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers. And that is your weather here in St. Louis, Missouri for this week of Show Me. Back to you,
Right.
Dr. Jackson.
The only thing I know about St. Louis is that people that are weather forecasters have it pretty easy. You can be off point 50% of the time and still keep your job. Now, if
Yeah,
you're at other places, it might be different. But in
yeah,
St. Louis, the weather can change on a dime. And that
yeah,
is to say, and that's an expression that means it can change almost
yeah. It could change almost
instantaneously.
instantly. Yeah. Your connection is kind of is breaking up, so we didn't hear that last.
And so we go. Hey, I lost you for a minute there, Mr.
Yeah,
Brooks.
we're losing you too. You're getting could be the weather, could be the network. But we are streaming live on YouTube as well as LinkedIn and Facebook. Uh, we are streaming live on those platforms as well. Keep in mind that the opinions and comments made on Mindful Mondays does not impede on the management of City Vision, Harris Stowe, BRHF Internet Radio, or any other entity that decides to sponsor or contribute to how can St. Louis become a better space. It's all from the person itself. So, Dr. Jackson, we didn't have.
Listen,
Uh,
listen. Why don't we bring on if Dr. Parr is not available yet? Let's start with African history today, if you want to. I'm not sure if um, Norman Ross is ready. If he's ready,
let's see. Dr. Norman Ross. I love all the books he have. You can tell he's a man of, he's thorough. All the books.
he's
Uh,
very, very scholarly to say the least.
Let me see if we could get him. He probably stepped away. But just by
Right.
saying that, Doc, I got a question for you. How significant or um, how important music is in the development of a city or even community? How
Well,
important is that when it comes to music?
it's very. Listen, Cheryl um, just emailed and said, please send her the link. She's ready to come on, but she doesn't have the link. But let me respond to your question. Jacques Attali's, in tracing the history of mankind, talked about it is in the arts that we see the beginning
Mm,
of things. People that are in the art community somehow have that inward feeling that these things are going to happen or occur. They also tell us when we get too far out of line. Music, as one of the arts, is one of the primary things that we need to um, engulf. Now, as you all know, we started the Mindful Monday show as part of the National Black Radio Hall of Fame. And we started it because of the significant role that communication and the arts play in developing a community. We now have with us our featured guest every week, Dr. Norman Ross, and he's going to do a piece on ancient African history. And uh, go, Brother Ross.
Oh, okay. Hello. I want to give a shout out to all our listening audience. And I want to start where we left off. Um, this was a couple weeks ago, the Monday before last Monday. And we we're in, if you remember, we're in the fifth dynasty and of the Old Kingdom. The Old Kingdom had four dynasties: the third dynasty, the fourth dynasty, the fifth dynasty, and the sixth dynasty. And if you remember what we said or what we commented about the Old Kingdom period, this was the Pyramid Golden Age. This was the most important in ancient history. This was the most important Renaissance period in world history, in world civilization. And when we say Renaissance period, this was the period, the Old Kingdom period in ancient Kemet, what we call Egypt. This was the period that all the major foundational items, or I'm calling them items, but aspects of modern civilization were invented. And when we talk about what was invented during this period, we're talking about advanced mathematics, algebra, geometry, and trigonometry, invented during the Old Kingdom period. Your first aspects of science, the scientific method, which evolved out of the mathematics, and science, natural science, medical science, invented during this period. Your first universities, your first libraries, your first cultural literary works, your first books came out of this period. Basically, our calendar, our modern calendar, is the Egyptian calendar of this period. Our alphabet, all the major European alphabets evolved out of Medu-Neter, which is what Greeks called hieroglyphics. So what we want to, and these are just some of the things that came out of this period. It is the most important Renaissance period, and it is the first Renaissance period in world civilization. So because of that, the Old Kingdom period, which includes the fifth dynasty, was very, very of extreme importance in literally the foundation of modern Western civilization. Now, our question is, why is it hidden? Why didn't we study this? Why does it seem that in our history that we learned in grade school and high school and higher education, it was the Roman civilization and the Greek civilization, which were the pinnacle of classical civilization? Let me tell you, the Romans and the Greek, who got everything from the Greeks, and the Greeks got everything from the Kemetic civilization that they conquered and dominated literally around 332 BCE under the leadership of Alexander the Great. And everything that they could borrow from the Kemetic civilization, they did. But let us start with the fifth dynasty, because we left off with King User-Kaf, which translates, that's his name, that's his Kemetic name, and it translates as his soul is powerful. And what we have here is a photo of the statue of King User-Kaf, and he's wearing the red crown. The red crown was the crown of the northern African kingdom that was defeated and conquered by the southern African kingdom. And under the leadership of King Narmer, these two kingdoms were united in what was literally referred to as unification of the two lands. This is another photo of the head statue of the head of King User Kaf, and he's wearing the red crown. There'll be other statues of King User Kaf wearing the white crown. And the statement that these kings were making was that they are the sole rulers of the two lands, the two kingdoms that were united into ancient Kemet.
Dr. Ross, can you go back? I know you told me before, but I'm getting a little old. What does BCE mean in terms of time?
Oh, before the Common Era. You know, in Western civilization, the Common Era starts with the birth of Christ. So we're in the Common Era. Okay, we're living in the Common Era, but before the birth of Christ, this is what is referred to as, before the Common Era.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's see. This is another statue of King User Kaf. This is a side, and it's a different stuff. He's wearing the headdress of the king. This is User Kaf's pyramid complex. This is an aerial view where we're looking down on what's left, the ruins of what's left of the ruins of his pyramid complex. And this is a diagram, an animated diagram of what his pyramid complex basically looked like. And this is another photo of a large statue head of King User Kaf. King User Kaf. Now, this is another 5th dynasty king, King Sahure, and his name translates as he who is close to Re. As you can see, I'm showing you these photos to demonstrate that these were Black African royalty that ruled ancient Kemet. Let's see. This is what's left of King Sahure's pyramid complex, the ruins. Okay. And as you notice that when we started getting into the later dynasties of the Old Kingdom period, their pyramids were and their temples were not as well constructed as the ones in the 4th dynasty and the 3rd dynasty. They used better materials and they were better constructed. And this is some of the other kings and what's left of their pyramid complexes. And this is King Neferkare, the pyramid plans for his complex. And this is a pyramid field. What you can see more or less are pyramids from different kings in a complex, not a complex, but a field, what we would call a pyramid field, where you can see the pyramids of different kings. And this is an aerial view of the pyramid field at Abu Sir from the southeast. It's the southeast look. Okay, this is a animation of that pyramid field. This is King Nefer-Afre. His name translates as beautiful is Re, the god Ra or Re. if we remembered the hieroglyphics did not use vowels. They used, mostly consonant, well, they're all consonants. And sometimes the sun god Ra is spelled with an E, which is Ray, and sometimes it's spelled with an A. And this is another photo of a statue, a different statue of that king. And this is his pyramid complex. Now, King Yunus, he was the last king of the 5th dynasty. And this is what's left of his pyramid complex. And what is interesting, inside that pyramid, written on the walls of that pyramid, inside the pyramid, written on the walls inside, is literally what is called the pyramid text, where inside the pyramids on the walls, written in stone, is the meduneter, or the hieroglyphics of sacred writings and spells and what have you. Now, what is interesting is that this is the 5th dynasty in the Old Kingdom period, and this is the last dynasty of that period, where it's not the last dynasty, it's the this king is the last king. King Yunus is the last king of that dynasty. What is interesting, on that wall, somewhere on that wall, is the 42 decorations of Ma'at. And those 42 decorations, 8 of those 42 decorations make up the 8 of the 10 commandments. Remember, the Hebrews came into ancient Kemet after the end of the Middle Kingdom, and they stayed over 400 years, and then they left out from the story in the Exodus and what have you. 8 of their 10 commandments came out of those 42 decorations of Ma'at, where some of those, basically, those 42 decorations of Ma'at would say things like, oh, God, so-and-so, I have not killed anyone. Oh, God, so-and-so, I have honored the gods. Oh, God, so-and-so, I have not stolen anything. Oh, God, so-and-so, I have not committed adultery and what have you. So literally 8 of the 10 commandments came out of those, 42 decorations of Ma'at. This is 2,000 years. This is around approximately 2,000 years before Moses existed. But Moses studied in the Kemetic temple school. And in the Bible, it says Moses was he was well educated and known, and he was great in word and deed, in one of the statements in the Bible. So literally, this is the origin of the 10 commandments, or 8 of the 10 commandments. This is another photo of inside the pyramid of King Yunus. And this is an aerial picture of his pyramid complex. And this is another, okay. This is King Teti. His Heru name translates as he who pacifies the 2 lands. You notice how it's mentioned again, how there is mention of the 2 lands that were unified. Now, King Teti is wearing the white crown of the southern kingdom, which defeated the northern kingdom and unified the 2 lands, the 2 kingdoms, into ancient Kemet. the first civilization and empire in world history. Okay. This is another.
Well, Dr. Ross, just to let you know, you have about 5 minutes.
Okay. Okay. This is the another photo of King Teti and a photo of what's left of his pyramid complex. As you can see, these were Black African, royalty. Okay, this is King Pepi. Now we're coming into the 6th dynasty, and this is King Pepi the First. His name translates as the son of Ra, the god Ra. And there's another part of his name that Mary Ray, which translates as beloved of the god Ra. This is what's left of his pyramid complex. And this is inside his pyramid. Okay. This is further. And I want to stop at Pepi the First.
No,
That didn't put me in the studio.
I'll send it to you.
Yes, John. Yes, I want to stop at Pepi the First, and we will continue because this is toward the end of the 6th dynasty. It's King Pepi the Second, who is the son of King Pepi the First, who is the last ruler of the 6th dynasty, and that ends the Old Kingdom period. King Pepi the Second, his reign, his rulership ends the Old Kingdom period, and this was one of the oldest long-living kings in ancient Kemet. He lived for 94 years, 94-year-old king. And we're going to talk about him because we're going to talk about why did the Old Kingdom period suddenly kind of like end during his rulership. Okay, Tavan, you want to take it from there? Let's see.
I want to say thank you, sir. Dr. Jackson, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Thank you. I'm going to send Dr. Parr didn't get the link either. So I'm going to resend that to him. And I think Cheryl Watts is she in the studio yet?
I might have to go old school. She's not at the moment.
Okay, I'm gonna send the link to Cheryl and to Dr. Parr.
Okay. So while you're doing that, you want to take a break?
Yeah, let's take a quick break, and we should be back in just a second. Again, you've been listening to the Mindful Mondays show.
Mindful Mondays. Mindful Monday. Take a breath today. Not to escape the work, but to center the why behind it. Be present in your purpose. Move with intention, not urgency. Lead from peace, not pressure. Mindfulness isn't slowing down the mission, it's sharpening it. Stay grounded, stay focused, stay Mindful Mondays. 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 Mindful Monday, Mindful Monday,
31. And so
Mindful Mondays,
Good deal.
Mindful Mondays, Mindful Mondays, Mindful Mondays. Take a breath today, Mindful Mondays, Mindful Mondays, Mindful Mondays, Mindful Mondays, yeah. Mindful Mondays, Mindful Monday, Mindful Monday, Mindful Monday, Mindful Monday, Mindful Mondays. Take a breath today, Mindful Mondays, Mindful Mondays, Mindful Mondays, Mindful Mondays, Mindful Mondays. Take a breath today, Mindful Monday. Take a breath today. Take a breath today. Take a breath today, Mindful Mondays, Mindful Mondays. Take a breath. Take a breath. Take a breath. Take a breath today. Mindful Mondays, Mindful Mondays. Take a breath today.
Once again, Mindful Mondays. Reset your mind and reclaim your week. We are here with something so sweet, African sweet. I hope you all can hear me on that corny rhyme. But I'm Tavon Brooks. I'm your host, and I'm here with the crew, Mindful Mondays. Dr. Parr, as always, I thank you for being here, Dr. Jackson. You put this together wonderfully, and if you trust the process like I have, you would have enjoyed it, and you'll be here sitting where I am. But none other than that, Dr. Parr is here, Dr. Jackson. We just had the African uh, a journey to Africa with Dr. Norman Ross. But Dr. Jackson, how are you, sir?
You know, I just like to say to Dr. Ross, we are not only encouraged, we are edified by your vast knowledge of ancient African history. And again, Dave Parr said it so well. He said, if you don't know where you've been, then it's very difficult to anticipate where you are going. And so your program, we did it a little different today. We put you on first so that I could make that little pronouncement. And Dr. Parr, how are you feeling today?
Hanging in there, taking it one day at a time. course,
Well, I was to say this to you earlier, but I knew you would have been a little upset. But I'm going to say it to you anyway. We are dedicating this show to Fred Jazzy Sax Walker. He passed this morning, and I know he was a real good friend of yours. You worked together, played together, and I felt if I had told you this morning, uh, you would have gotten a little teary-eyed. But again, he's not in any pain now. And not only is he not in any pain, we live this life so that we can visit the afterlife. In the ancient African history, Dr. Ross has let us know that the early Egyptians uh, understood that there was an afterlife and they planned for that. Well, without much further ado, this show goes out to Jazzy
Mm-hmm.
Fred Walker. Dave, take it over.
well, I guess you said it at the beginning. Um, Fred, you, Fred, and I all marched together, and we just had that strong bond of being drum corps people because we were always around each other. Fred was always an upbeat person, and when he started playing his sax, he was the intimate, the jazziest saxophone player. And he played around the city of St. Louis and is now quite known around the city of St. Louis as being one of the outstanding musicians in the area. And I'm sorry to hear that he passed this morning.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah,
there,
he played with a group called Mystic Voyage.
Mm.
If you can recall that handle, and they cut a couple of albums, and so they did quite a bit. But it again, we can talk about him a little bit after the show. What I like, there's a picture. Thanks, Tavon.
He actually was my highlighter at my
Jazzy
restaurant.
Jazz.
He played at my restaurant every weekend
Oh, I know
for
it.
a good 7 years. Every
Yeah,
week he played. Did they say where the funeral is?
yeah, he
Well,
was excellent.
I talked to you after about that, but yeah.
Yeah, they haven't made any arrangements as of yet because it just happened this morning. But we don't want to get all into a day's time, and I know it's going to be tough for him a little bit. But again, he is Fred couldn't play his horn anymore. Fred couldn't get up and move like he wanted to, and so for him, he is at peace and he's at rest. Go, Dave.
yeah, well, that becomes a time when we all are at peace and at rest. I just want to begin by saying, unfortunately, got that news this morning, but the last time we had a Mindful Monday program, we all had to um, take some evasive
Duck,
action,
duck and run.
uh, uh, which cut our show pretty short. And so our show was in April. Now we have transitioned to the month of May. And of course, May is the fifth month of the year, and May has 31 days. Now, 2 years ago, we talked about a month that had 31 days. And I'm not sure if some of you remember, but I'll go over that. A month that has 31 days will have 3 consecutive days of 5 days when those days appear in the month. If that month starts on that particular day, then the next 3 days will have 5 days in that month. Otherwise, most months have only 4 particular days. So May started, when May started, that would give us the next 2 days that there are going to be 5 days in a month. So the last day in the month, Sunday, will be Sunday the 31st. Sunday the 31st will be the 5th Sunday in the month. So that means that Saturday and Friday will also have 5 days in that month. Major holidays and major observation days in May include tomorrow, Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo is considered a day when the Mexican army defeated the French and ran them out of Mexico. But that's not really the case. It actually is celebrated mostly in Mexico in only a couple of areas. The United States has taken over that as a holiday, and basically people of Mexican heritage find a time to party and drink. Of course, on May 10th, Mother's Day, so please do not forget your mothers. That's next Sunday. My mother's transitioned, so that will be a sad day for me, but I will always honor my mother on Mother's Day. And of course, we have Saturday, May 16th, which will be, I think, the Drum Corps Association's picnic day, but that's also Armed Forces Appreciation Day. Then we have some Awareness Month. Awareness months include Asian American Pacific Islander Month. Heritage months include Mental Health Awareness Month, National, again, Military Appreciation Month, and National Bike Month. Also, this week is Teachers Appreciation Week. Began on May 4th and begins on May 8th. National Teachers Day this year will be May 5th, which is tomorrow, Cinco de Mayo Day. So you teachers can go out and celebrate Cinco de Mayo and Teachers Appreciation Day. Now you have an excuse for getting blasted. Also, this is National Nurses Week will be next week, May 6th to the 12th. International Nurses Day is May 12th, which is actually Florence Nightingale's birthday. Florence Nightingale was the person who really developed the nursing program around the world. I want to go back for some African American history because we missed some times last week in talking about some of the African American history in the month of April. So I'm going to start back on April the 13th. April the 13th, 1873. The Colfax Massacre occurred. It was one of the deadliest incidents of racial violence during Reconstruction in Colfax, Louisiana. Between 60 to 100 African Americans were murdered by a white supremacist group mob following a dispute over a gubernatorial election. The Colfax Massacre occurred because African Americans went to the courthouse to defend the people who were elected and who were accused of being over governing the people, the white supremacists in that area. So they wanted to take that back. The African Americans defended the courthouse. And of course, when the white supremacists who were also some Confederate soldiers, brought in a cannon, the African Americans surrendered, giving themselves up. Some of them attempted to get away, but they gave themselves up and were executed in front of everyone. 3 white men were killed in the incident. No one was convicted of this massacre. Even though 10 men were brought to trial, they were exonerated. On April 13th, 1964, Sidney Poitier became the first African American to win an Oscar for Best Actor. He received the Oscar at the 36th Annual Academy Awards for his performance in the 1963 film Lilies of the Field. This was a landmark moment in film history because it broke the racial barrier. It began to break the racial barrier in that area. Sidney Poitier is remembered for many outstanding roles. I remember seeing him in Guess Who's Coming to Dinner when the film industry decided to really um, put in front a interracial romance. And so that was one of his strong performances. And he had many others also. On April 15th, 1947, Jackie Robinson became the first African American to, to play a game in Major League Baseball. He played with the Brooklyn Dodgers. April 15th is considered annually as Jackie Robinson's Day, where all Major League Baseball players put on number 42. However, Jackie Robinson on April 10th, however, was signed his first baseball contract, but he did not make his debut until April 15th. On April 16th, 1868, Oscar J. Dunn. Now this is 1868, right during Reconstruction. Oscar J. Dunn was elected as the first African American lieutenant governor of a state. He was elected the lieutenant governor of the state of Louisiana. So whatever people in Louisiana said, they had a black elected lieutenant governor at one time. April 16th, 1862, President Abraham Lincoln signed a bill ending slavery in Washington, D.C. Now, this was a couple of months before the Emancipation Proclamation was signed. So Washington, D.C. had the proclamation signed, freeing approximately 3,000 enslaved people in Washington, D.C. And again, that was 9 months before the Emancipation Proclamation. April 16th, 1848, Leland Smith Foley was elected mayor of Taft, Oklahoma. It was 1948. She became the first African American woman elected as a mayor in the United States. Again, that was April 16th, 1948. Again, on April 17th, 1823, Mifflin Winston Gibbs was born in Philadelphia. Gibbs, a politician and a lawyer, became the first African American judge in the United States when he was elected to a city judgeship in Little Rock, Arkansas. So you see, the South during Reconstruction and immediately after the Emancipation Proclamation, African Americans participated in the political system quite a bit. How could they do that being enslaved? Because many of them educated themselves. They had some owners who were sympathetic towards helping African Americans to learn to be citizens. And so that is why a lot of the African Americans were able to participate in the political system right after they were freed and emancipated. He became a key figure in the abolitionist movement. He co-founded the Mirror of Times, a first African American newspaper. He went to California and also developed and founded the first Black newspaper in California. He led 100 African Americans to freedom in Victoria, Canada. When he decided to move to Victoria, Canada, he took 100 African Americans to freedom with him. He helped build the first Providence Railroad in Canada, and in 1866 was elected the Victorian City Council, being the first Black person to be elected to a public office in British Columbia. April 18th, 1877, the town of Nicodemus was founded particularly for former enslaved people. It was the only town in this United States, Nicodemus, Kansas, that was created as a community for informally enslaved people. They welcome enslaved people. They welcome people from all over the country who had become free, and you could go there and just feel so free and able to function again in the political system. Nicodemus, Kansas is still in existence. It is now an incorporated community, doesn't have many residents anymore, but it's still there. And it is considered a historical site. So it will probably continue to exist, being funded by the federal government, I'm assuming, if this current administration doesn't find out. April 19th, 1775, at least 23 to 40 men of color um, became free and enslaved and engaged in the Battle of Lexington and the Battle of Concord, the Revolutionary War. While many names of African Americans who participated in that war were lost because of historical archives has not identified a lot of them. A lot of them went with their slave owners to the battle and fought beside their slave owners, and some of them were left off because of I guess they could not write their names when they were getting their paychecks, so they signed with an X. But so many African Americans participated in in those battles. And of course, if you forget that Christopher Attucks was the first person killed for the Revolutionary War. Some of the people you can have been identified was Prince Easterbrook, who was an enslaved person from Lexington, Massachusetts, who stood with Captain John Parker, who was his owner, side by side as a part of the militia in Lexington. He was one of the first African American soldiers to be wounded in the Revolutionary War. Eli and Silas Bourdon, who were cousins, and they were free-born men who lived in Lexington. They fought as members of the Lexington militia. Silas became one of the wealthiest Black veterans of his time after the Revolutionary War. And there were many, many other African Americans whose names have come up and who they're finding who fought in the Revolutionary War. After those battles and those men had fought, the general of the Revolutionary Army decided that he did not want African Americans as troops. So he banded those African Americans who were trying to enlist, but he could not eliminate those African Americans who were already members of the Revolutionary War, and that was George Washington. George Washington, 1 year later, had to recant that and had to allow for people of color to join the Revolutionary War, mainly because the British came along and said, we will take you and lead you and if you fight for us against the revolutionary, against the Americans, we will take you and give you all the freedom you want. So eventually, African Americans had to come back and fight, and George Washington had to recant on his banning African Americans from fighting in the Revolutionary War. On April 20th, 1853, Harriet Tubman officially began her work on the Underground Railroad, although she actually began it in December of 1850, and this was the date that she started becoming popular in African American history. In December, she started actually by rescuing her own relatives from slavery. April 20th, 1871, President Ulysses S. Grant signed the legislature. It's called the Third Enforcement Act or the Ku Klux Klan Act. It empowered the federal government to use military force to suppress white supremacist organizations that were trying to stop African Americans from voting. Our word of today is abrasive. The word has two primary applications. One is a material used for grinding, polishing, or cleaning things by rubbing, and the other is a person who is very rude, crude, or aggressive. The word is actually comes from a Latin word or a Latin verb, a brandira, which means to scrape off, and it appears it began to appear in the English language in the 1600s. Synonyms for abrasive include grinding, rough, scrape, and scratching, and that's in the substance word. In the person word, it means a harsh, caustic, cutting, biting, or galling person. Sentences using abrasive. His abrasive manner offended potential clients. The cleaner was too abrasive, leaving scratches all over the table. I'm familiar with that. Just got through with that yesterday. Quote for today is from Coretta Scott King, and if you are not familiar with her, that's Dr. Martin Luther King's wife. She said, "Hate is too great a burden to bear. It injures the hater more than it injures the hated. Hate is too great a burden to bear. It injures the hater more than it injures the hated." Her message breaks it down this way. Hate is a burden. It is exhausting to carry. It keeps grudges or deep animosity ingrained, and constant requires mental energy, which means that the person who is doing the hating is poisoning themselves and eliminating their potential from joy and happiness. And of course, basically, the thought of today is you are better than you think you are. Proceed and do the best you can. Thank you. That's all I have for
Thank
today.
you. Thanks, Dr. Parr. It's always a pleasure to hear from you. I am glad that you retrieved yourself very quickly after hearing about the death of our friend.
Yeah,
If
that took
you're
me by
looking at,
surprise, John. Yeah,
I
that.
understood, and I didn't want you to fall apart earlier. So I said, let him do what he has to do because the show must go on. And
Well, well, Colin.
if
Well,
we didn't learn anything else, we learned that.
well, I've had too many experiences with things occurring at the last minute. So thanks to a a fantastic doctoral advisor by the name of Dr. Ron Ruppel at St. Louis University, my grandfather, my mom, and all those other people who said that you have the right to feel bad about things that occur, but only for a minute. Because if you go past those few minutes or a few hours or even more than a day, then you can cause yourself to become dysfunctional. I cannot allow myself to be dysfunctional. I will not allow myself to be dysfunctional. And those things I learned from Dr. Rupel. To You have to function because you have to. If you're going to reach out and help people, you have to do that. Also, I do want to share with you that last week, the Normandy High School class of 1975 gave two $500 scholarships to seniors, had no graduating seniors in the class of 2026, $500 scholarships in David Parr's name. So I am proud to have and honored to have them honor those scholarships in my name. And next, even though those are 2 1-year scholarships, next year I will be donating another $500 for another scholarship in my name. Thank you.
Very good, Dave. Um, it's hard being a counselor and then having people love you and then you turn around and show that love, but it's all about paying it forward. Some of you may see that there's a new gentleman on the stage with us, and that's Gary Anderson. He is he's the CEO of Builders of Life, not-for-profit organization. One of the things that we do, in addition to having the thought for the day and the word for the day, we are going to begin to deal with the tip of the day. Now, the tip of the day, Gary is going to bring it to us. However, what we've been doing between Gary and the Right Reverend Wallace McPherson, we're going to be giving tips for the day. I'm going to share with you the two tips that one from Dr. and the Right Reverend Wallace McPherson. And next week, Gary will be right on the spot with his tip for the day. So here's the tip for the day. If it doesn't bring peace, profit, or purpose, don't give it your time, energy, or attention. That's tip one for the day. And I'll repeat it later. And here's the second tip. In a world where you can be anything, let me say it again, in a world where you can be anything, the sky's the limit. Be kind. What do you think about those two tips of the day, Gary?
I think it's awesome advice to give. Seeing them, uh, seeing the culture and the generation that we live in right now, kindness is kind of not the norm right now in the culture that we're in. So it takes great discipline and great character to show kindness when we live in a culture right now where we're not seeing kindness what exemplified, especially in the lives of this generation and we that have lived long enough and have dealt with the different pressures of life. Kindness goes a long way. Just a kind word to someone. I'm reminded of what the scripture says when a kind word turns away what wrath, anger. So we have to be those examples. We have to exemplify that within our character, in our speech, in our conversation, and a kind word can turn a bad situation into a good situation. So I'm just going to leave that with you right now. That nugget with you today.
All right.
Well, Dr.
Will
Jackson,
you be prepared? Will you be prepared next week to give us a hint for the week?
Sure.
All right. Now, TV Brooks has something he wants to say. I see that question mark all in his head. Come on, host,
it's not
Mr.
a
Brooks.
question. It's more of an observation in today's society because you mentioned something earlier, Mr. Anderson, is social media has played a tremendous role
Yeah.
in de-escalating character. And I mean that in a way where our children, by me just being on the ground, are so emotional. The men are so fragile to the point to where one thing said wrong about something as small as what they're wearing can trigger a gunfight.
Yeah.
And I think that in today's world, our leadership specifically pulls on the generation to be socially involved so they can get the likes and the clicks and the tweets rather than being character driven based off of what we used to be integrity, honesty, truth, and even just straight form of grit in society. When stuff get tough and hard, you don't give up, like, so I just had a recent, and the end that statement is I just spoke at Job Corps about what we do. Because they had a apprenticeship day, and even there, a lot of the children had questions that led back to social media and the presence and today's environment of what really is or what constitute a human being. Everybody thinking because you got a bank account or a high credit score or nice driving car in a house now that considered you being credible, but they really don't. But you made a good point on that far as and what today's society is going through today. So a kind gesture, a kind word helps, but even now, kind words are misunderstood because they think that they want something in return when they give a kind word. So you still, so just to put that on the plate for Mindful Mondays.
Okay.
If you listen to the theme song, Gary, I want to say to you, and I don't think you're a musician as well. If you'll listen to our theme
Okay.
song, it basically says, be intentional. And the first tip actually deals with us being intentional. If it doesn't bring peace, this is these P's, profit or purpose, don't give it your time, energy, or attention.
Okay.
3 P's: peace, profit, or purpose. And the Mindful Monday theme song talks about taking Monday to be very intentional in terms of what you do. Don't speed it up, just be intentional. Well, so again, we'll look for you next week for about a tip for the day. And you have a few comments. We'll do it early on in the show, but I wanted you to get an opportunity to hear it. I'll still give you whatever the Right Reverend Wallace McPherson comes up as a tip, but we are going to actually have a person, so when people call in, they can say, well, what did Gary mean by that? Gary can respond to that. And so be prepared, because our listeners are growing, and we hope that we don't have any more days off. Dr. Parr doesn't like that. At this time, do we have Cheryl Watts on the line yet?
We do not. You want to take a quick break while we get on the line?
No, do not. I want to, if you can work on getting her on the line, I'm going to do my segment. And my segment is to talk about one of the grants that are available. And if people are interested in talking about those grants, then we can give them more information. I am going to, if I show my TV screen and share my screen, I want to go to the CDA grant. Can you see that yet, folk?
Not yet.
Okay, let me go back. I should put, okay, it says share the screen. And I want to share CDA grant, and I want to share it. Now, can you see it? And if you can't see it, I'm still
It just
going
came
to
on the screen,
simply
John.
talk about it.
We
Okay.
got it. You can see it.
Yeah, it just came on the screen.
Okay. Now, is it too small? Is it very small?
Yeah.
I
Yes.
can see it. I can see it, but it is very small.
Yeah, let me
Okay,
see.
let's see. Let's
Let
see.
me see if
How do
can-
I make that bigger? Let me read it, and then you tell me how to make it bigger. Let me read it to you. The City of St. Louis Community Development Administration, CDA, has released its 2026 home ARP supportive services notice of funding availability, and they call it NOFA, making up to $1.5 million available to support nonprofit organizations serving vulnerable residents across the city. The funding will expand critical support service for individuals, families experiencing homelessness, at risk of homelessness, or fleeing domestic violence, human trafficking, and other crises. Programs should be designed to promote housing stability, safety, and long-term self-sufficiency. Eligible occupants or applicants should be not-for-profit organizations that provide support services. And this information I'll send to you if you write me or you write the Mindful Monday show. The applications are due June 5th, which is about a month from now. So that's the piece that I wanted to share. Now show me how to make it bigger, Tavon. If we could make this bigger, then I think more people can see it, and that might help.
Hold your control button on your keyboard and scroll up with the mouse is one way.
Hold for one moment. Highlight whatever is being said. Scroll up. Okay. And then hit C. Hit C and what else? Okay, I'm gonna return to the show. I'm gonna return to the show and stop sharing. So how do I stop sharing?
At the bottom of the screen, there should be a stop sharing tab or a button, stop sharing button. So it looks like it looked like he fell off, but we just going to. We have Mr. Lewis Cross here. How are you, Mr. Lewis Cross? So I think there's technical difficulties. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be back after 2 minutes.
Here I am. Hey, Tavon.
Take a breath today. Take a breath. Take a breath today. Take a breath today. Take a breath today. Take a breath. Take a breath. Take a breath today. Take a breath. Take a breath today. Mindful Mondays.
Hey, Tavon, John Jackson again.
Hey, John.
Yeah, what's up, Lewis?
Nothing much. We legal now. We got our license, so we're good to go.
Well, that's good. um, are you coming on the show, or are you just getting back home?
No, I didn't go home. I'm over here at Harris Stowe. I had to meet with Bernie, take care of the business to get our payment and everything. So I'm over
Okay,
here, and I'm
thanks.
just gonna stay here the rest of the time in the parking
Yeah,
lot.
why don't you get on the air?
I don't have any contribution today.
Okay, no problem. Okay, no problem.
But
Once
I do need to
again,
talk.
welcome back, welcome back,
Back.
welcome back.
Okay.
See, one thing about the Mindful Mondays I love about it is that everything happens in real time. Even the conversation you all talked about in the back behind the stage was actually streamed live in real time. So people know that we're not just talking crap, we actually do the work. So
Hey,
again, keep in mind that the
the one
opinions
thing,
and comments made are solely those of the program host and not those that relates to any of the management from Harris Stowe, BRHF Internet Radio, the City Vision, Hidden Gem. These are solely a platform geared to elevating the people's mind to a higher consciousness of just being concerned and being kind and saying kindful words. Dr. Jackson.
yeah, I am pleased that Dr. Lewis Clinton Cross III was on a mission, because we were supposed to make sure we paid our fair share of being on the air. And if you recall, we haven't been at the radio station it's been at least how many months?
6 months now.
About 6 months. However, we wanted Harris Stowe to continue to have the ability to air our show. Right now, and I don't think Lewis has heard that, we are now according to Tavon, we are on, of course, YouTube. Give us all the platforms that we're on, Tavon.
We're on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Those three platforms consistently. Last week we had a total of, within our third time broadcasting live, streaming live, we had a total of 35 active listeners, pretty much the entire show.
So
Okay.
at this point, we're ready to begin to grow. And, after we were off the air for such a long time, rebuilding the audience is going to be a tough one. But Tavon has come up with the idea that we will be utilizing this platform, that's YouTube, in addition to the radio show, in addition to LinkedIn. And I think we're going to move forward.
And let me also, if I can, Doctor, if I can just share the reasons why, because some people who are streaming and into the podcasting, they might want to know why those platforms. So Facebook is because it's one of the biggest social platforms out there. Facebook, everybody got a Facebook account, which is it's kind of connecting. You find the family, you might find some of the inappropriate pictures because family decided to air out their trash on Facebook. That's Facebook. It's like your backyard. Because it's the larger platform, that's still a platform to broadcast and stream. Then you have LinkedIn. LinkedIn are more of the professional attire. This is more like where we will get your funding from. Facebook are those grant funders, those what do you call them? Philanthropists. Also, these individuals seeking to help stabilize a business. LinkedIn is that platform that a lot of professionals use, along with Twitter. Twitter at the moment is not being streamed, but it will eventually be streamed. But we also have YouTube. YouTube doesn't require you to have an account to view YouTube. So a lot of people that stream on YouTube, you can just click a link and watch it like you're watching TV. Facebook requires you to have a Facebook account to see the streams. And also LinkedIn requires you to have an account. So those three platforms are really good if you're looking to build business, especially Mr. Anderson, not for profit. Those three platforms are what you need to really broadcast and start sharing your media. Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube.
Okay. Thanks for that explanation, Tavon. We are moving forward because we knew that we couldn't stop after we had some problems at the Vashon Community Center at the Harris Stowe State University campus. And so again, we started the show, believe it or not, at Tandy Community Center in the Ville, and we've moved from there to what we're doing today. We're going to continue when we're able to go back to the university. We're going to continue those same three platforms, and we're going to do the best that we can do so that we can make a difference in this community. So I don't know what happened to Cheryl. However, what I'm going to do is turn it back over to TB Brooks. And as we normally do, each person gets an opportunity to have some closing remarks. And so we'll start with the ancient African history guru, Dr. Norman Ross, and he'll give us his take on today's show and where we might be headed next week. After which, we'll hear from Mr. Gary Anderson about what he thinks about the show, and he's a new person, so we're anxious to see how the show came across for him. Then we'll have Dr. David Parr, our noted African American historian, and then either me or Tavon and or Lewis will close us out. So, Norman, why don't you give us some closing remarks? We can't hear you. You're on mute now.
Oh, okay. I really like the pairing of African American history and ancient African history. I feel very strongly about ancient African history, but I think it puts in context when we look at how African American history, really, it's basically an up from slavery paradigm that we use to define ourselves and to determine where we're going. When you get into ancient African history, I think it brings in a global perspective and what have you. And so pairing those two, the African American history and the ancient African history kind of, I think is very, very beneficial to our understanding of who we are, where we're going, and where we are now. Mm-hmm.
Very good. Thank you, Norman. Do you want to go, Mr. Anderson? What do you think about the show, and how do you feel about joining us? We can't hear you. Take yourself off of mute.
Very informative. I appreciate what both of Mr. Ross spoke about, Mr. Parr about our history. Mr. Ross went way back. Took us back way back to ancient times, of where we originated from and things like that. And also Mr. Parr brought us up to the history of us as Afro-American people, the different struggles and things that we had to do even to get to the place where we're at today. I can't speak a lot more because I kind of was disrupted. I had an emergency kind of situation. So I just want to leave it at that right now. I enjoy I'm enjoying the show and the wealth of knowledge and wisdom that I'm receiving here on this platform. And I'm enjoying this. I'm looking forward to being a part of more of these conversations because it's most definitely necessary. And I'm looking at men that are some of you are much older than me. So I'm always at a place where I'm listening, and I'm not saying that in an assaulting type way, but men that have a wealth of wisdom and knowledge. So I'm in the learner's seat right now. I'm trying to learn, you know. But I'm enjoying the show, and you'll hear from me as I kind of get a little more comfortable how you guys flow on this particular show. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right. Well, that's a good. All you gonna say, Dr. Parr. What's we know Mother's Day is coming, but kind of
Well,
close it up.
well, first of all, the connection between ancient African history and American history, I think Dr. Ross put it in a very, very positive light. In fact, there has been research that has started, and some people have said that the Vikings were among the first to come to the shores of North America, but there is starting to become enlightened some evidence that people from Africa came here and hit these shores even before the Vikings. That would be very interesting to find out. And that in itself connects African history to American history, if that is in essence the true, very true. So it all comes together, and as Dr. Ross said, it's a global world. Um, Africa, all the countries you can find, even in South America, where there is African influence. And so the ancient cultures that Dr. Ross has enlightened us about is very strong even today in our modern society and modern culture. Tavon had mentioned, again, I want to kind of move a little bit away. Tavon had mentioned social media. Social media has just blossomed in our society, but it also has its drawbacks as far as my perception is concerned. And one of those drawbacks is we do not have the opportunity to face communicate with people. We can argue with people without being face to face with them. Some things that you say to people, if you were face to face to them, you see it on social media, so you can get away with it. Again, social media has its very positive aspects, but to me, it also has some negative ones. I want to end that with a poem from Langston Hughes. It's called African American Fragments. It says, "So long, so far away is Africa, not even memories alive, save those that history books create, save those that songs beat back into the blood, beat out of blood with words and song, in strange a Negro tongue, so long, so far away is Africa. Subdued and time lost are the drums, and yet, through some vast mist of race, there comes this song. I do not understand the song of the activist land of bitter yearnings lost without a place. So long, so far away is Africa, dark face." I think that kind of says in many ways, um, us as people, because Africa is still in our blood. That's all.
Excellent, excellent. Langston Hughes is always one of my great ones. Let's go now to Dr. Lewis Clinton Cross III. Wanted to say to you, Dr. Cross, Norman is working, and we'll be working with Bernie Hayes on putting together a proposal to the Missouri Humanities Department. Can you tell him a little bit about that, Norman, real quickly, so he knows, because he's on that National Black Radio Hall of Fame board?
Oh, okay. Basically, one of the proposal I'm working with is a planning grant. Is it okay to mention the amount, John, or do we want
Sure,
to?
that's fine.
Oh, okay. It's a $5,000 planning grant that we are looking to literally develop two education programs. One is an ancient African history scholars group that we would like to create for the university. And the second program is an African American music scholars group that we would like to establish. And I can send you, aspects of that proposal to give you a good idea of, how we basically want to set up. There are schools in, well, let me say this: the university, Harris Stowe State University, is located in the Midtown Cultural Arts District. And what we need to do is to identify a number of schools that are also in the Midtown Cultural Arts District, and involve them in these scholar groups, the development of scholar groups in those schools, which can literally be initiated from Bernie's program. And so the planning grant will allow us to go after matching grants, hopefully through the Midtown Cultural Arts District, as well as other cultural grant funding sources. Brother John?
Yes, sir.
I'm just saying, Brother John Jackson is working on a $15,000 humanities grant for some development education programs and what have you. And John, did you want to discuss that one?
Sure, because I think it's important that we are looking at ways to make our Stowe one of the key ingredients, as Norman said, to restoration, community development. And in that particular one, we want to try to do some things to enlighten, help folk understand what being a scholar is about, and the role that Harris Stowe can play in that in that situation. We've already done quite a bit when they dedicated the Greenway space, because they painted a picture of some of the people were that played in the National Negro League, which is right there at Harris Stowe. So we want to make sure that we do some things and highlight some of the early players of the National Negro League, as well as accentuate all of the things that have gone on in Black radio. So that's the $15,000 grant, and we're going to work in tandem with both of those, and all of that will be hopefully emanating from our studios, and so we can get people involved. We can enhance the educational understanding, because if you know your history, it's easy to move forward. Also, I would be remiss in that we're actually, and I said that to Dr. Paul, we're going to take the show on the road, because what we want to do is to have some shows of Mindful Monday, and it might be a Mindful Tuesday or Mindful Friday at some of the at some of the nursing homes and other places where some of our people are staying or resting. So we want to actually take the show on the road. And Gary, that's why we got you. We want to make sure that we can do some things outside of outside of the studio, and we'll have one or two people showing up at some of these centers. Will increase our numbers. Secondly, we'll expose them more to what Harris Stowe can do and has to offer. We'll be able to get more, um, um, as Dr. Ross said, more scholars in some of these programs. So we're looking to grow. One of the pieces that Lewis normally comments on, and he wasn't quite ready or prepared today, was he also does a segment on health. So Lewis, can you tell me a little bit about that health, and then I'm going to let Tavon close us out. We can't hear you.
Yeah, Dr. Danielle Peoples is going to be a contributor on our program. Hopefully, not this coming week, but in 2 weeks. She's a prominent chiropractor in the metropolitan area, and also teaches at the Ponce Medical School on the corner of Jefferson and Market, and she teaches some of the medical student classes. She is a very unique chiropractor and has a very, very large practice. But I think that the listeners will be pleased with what she has to share. She's going to talk about techniques and some other things to keep you healthy through the use of chiropractic philosophy. So you all can look forward to that hopefully in 2 weeks.
We lost you again. We lost you again. We can't hear you.
Dr. Cross, we can't hear you.
Yeah.
That's social media. Social media
What?
can't let you know when the person can't be heard. You got to just sit there and look at him talking like he just.
Can you hear me now?
Now we
There
can
you
hear.
go.
He was so happy. He was going to a mile a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, and y'all couldn't hear a word I said. I'm sorry. I don't know why this radio is. Can you hear me now?
I can
Yeah,
hear
we
Yeah,
you.
we can
heard.
hear you.
Okay,
We heard
my
you.
radio
We
was
heard you
going on in the
talking
car, and
about.
I was trying to cut that off. But yeah, so yeah, we Dr. Peoples will be on, and I think everybody from the last time she started with our show 5 years ago, and she's excellent. So look forward to seeing her real soon, listeners, and hopefully we can get our numbers back up because we lost a lot of our people.
Yeah, one of the things that we don't say very much about it, but Lewis also himself brings a wealth of knowledge to the table because he's been a counselor. Him and both Dr. Parr have been counselors for a number of years, and mental health is important. And so we'll get some information on mental health, and then Dr. Cross has been very fortunate because um, he has some of the best physicians that work on him and his family in the country. And I see Static is on the line. Tavon, do you want to introduce him and have him say anything, or before
Yeah,
you close this?
I was gonna introduce him before I close this out.
Okay, good. But he's one of our community partners, and Tavon will do that introduction. And Tavon, after Static finishes, we're going to leave a little bit early today, but I think we'll be okay. So
Yeah, we are
I
going to
turn the
be.
mic over to you, sir.
So first and foremost, I always give recognition to all of the ones that came before me. Not saying that you all are older than me. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that
But we are.
Come on, Steve.
the wisdom that when I first started the podcast, I started the podcast on the essence of just improving my brand. I had the restaurant. I was a realtor. But now, to me, it's more a little bit more deeper than just that. It's about me getting that second portion as Prophet Elisha got in the Bible when Prophet Elijah left, but also just being able to have resources and share to people coming up under me. I'm a father, and I meet connections and relationships in the community like Static that really have a passion for just helping people. And I've I'm owning it. I want to be remembered for helping people. So I'm a realtor by trade. My first passion was in music. I went to school for music. I have a bachelor's in public relations, and I want to utilize all of those skills to how can we improve our community in St. Louis. I've traveled the world, and now I'm here to experience. And Static is, I don't want to call him, he's a product of my environment, but he lets me know that what I learned from you all, Dr. Parr, and
Mhm.
even Dr. And people I meet, that when I transfer that over to Static, I can see he's amplifying what he already has good in him. So now he's a mentor in the community. He goes into the schools, mentor the children. He's, before I even get to being a mentor, he's the reason why St. Louis is in the problem it is now. I'm gonna tell you that like it is. When he was growing up, he gave a lot of damage to the city, but he learned, and by being around people like us, he's now a high asset when it comes to St. Louis. He knows every part of the city, knows every individual that's causing harm. He has more influence in the city to these children than their parents and either other leadership. This is why I support Static, because I've seen him in action. I've seen him change people from wanting to shoot up a place to now wanting to help save other environments. He's a key asset to any non-for-profit, any organization wanting to tap into these children. Static is a, he's feared and respected. And before I bring him on, my last picture, I want you to envision him with this. Envision you out at your favorite club, at your favorite lounge, favorite jazz story plays, and you're enjoying your people, and people start shooting. And not only is he saving people from getting hit, but he also does what do you call it? What's that movie with Morpheus? A metric jump. Now you got to picture this. He has a glass in his hand. He has his cocktail in his hand, and he's saving people by flying, trying to protect them from the bullets. He didn't drop the glass at all or the drink. And then he lays down and finished the drink as if asking the question, is everybody all right? While he putting the flames out. That's who Static is, a genuine brother. I
You
trust him with
know,
my family.
I was
So
convinced. I was convinced about the glass piece because I saw him standing on the corner helping those young guys and the young ladies from Job Corps. They were actually selling dinners, and he was actually helping them put money in their pockets
in their
so
pocket.
that would be an excellent piece, so they didn't have to go negative. They didn't have to go
He gave
the
him their
left.
money. He gave him his money. The money he
I
made, he
understand.
gave to them.
And that's
So
why I said he's an attribute. So at this point, let's let Static have something to say, and then we'll let you turn it back over to UTB, and
bro,
then
I
you can
gotta
close.
tell Static 5 minutes, Static, because he take the plane, he fly around the world in 60 minutes. So 5 minutes, Static.
I was over here listening to the music I'm making. I've been really excited about some of the music I've been making because it's real conscious. Everything got a message, but it got a vibe. So they don't be able to bob to it, but they're gonna hear the message behind it that might instill inside of them. Uh, I've been kind of listening to y'all, but I've been kind of listening to music. I like where it's going. I just want to do my part. You know what I'm saying? Have amount of that part it is, whether it's small or big. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm tired of seeing the things that's around me, that's around the world. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just a St. Louis problem. It's a worldwide problem. Because people just decided to use violence as their first line of defense instead of thinking. and figured out other ways because we came a long way from when we got out of slavery, got out of segregation, which we still kind of segregated, to being a village where the whole neighborhood used to raise a child, the whole neighborhood used to feed a child. Now that village has been displaced. Now that community has been displaced. Even that neighborhood has been displaced to where we got hoods. Our thing is to take that hood and reverse that and build it all the way back into community, putting a village in place. So no one person, no one group, no one organization can do that. It's going to take a multitude of that. And St. Louis is such a blackball city, and I hate to say that don't nobody want to see nobody grow. Most of the time, they want to be the ones to get all the recognition. I don't want recognition. I just want enough things in place to change what's going on. You know what I'm saying? That take 1,000 people, it take 1,000,000 people. That so be it. Everybody needs to encourage the person, support the next person, because we can't do it by ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We got to bridge them gaps between the youth and the elders that is spread so far apart, where the elders feel like prisoners in their home because they're scared of what's going on. But if we bridge that gap, they'll be able to talk to the youth will be able to talk to them, and then they'll be more receptive to listen to the elders. When they say pull up your pants, they'll be more receptive to stop things that are going on, like turn that sound down, Miss Mary house right there, pick up that trash, don't shoot that gun. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it left from, because even back in the days, if they knew what you were doing, as long as you respected them and you made them feel protected, they would help you, even knowing what you're doing. But now they feel like a prisoner, so they got the right to call the police. The youngsters feel they snitching, but they ain't got nothing to do with the youngsters' politics. They're not standing out there selling drugs, standing out there with a gun. You know what I'm saying? And them people paying tax for their house. So they ain't the person that's standing on the block with them. So you just got to bridge that gap so that conversation can start, so the respect can get back in place. Right now, this is the most disrespectful and moment.
Before you finish, can you tell them about your non-for-profit you just started? You started a non-for-profit that helps young
Doors open.
focus on their arts and skill and craft. Tell me just a little bit about that before we end. Just a little bit. Your non-for-profit and what Static stands for.
It's doing a violence prevention, but it's also doing a lot of mentoring with the youth and mentoring with music, changing their mindset about the music they do, help them create music that their family can be proud of, and you can listen to in a coffee shop and on your radio, other than listen to the music they listen to now. There's a wave fading away. Well, it's a video documentation of their wrongdoings, where they building evidence on themselves, where they agitating each other until one of them make good on their threats. You know what I'm saying? It's challenging the youth to sit up here and think, and challenging the youth to be more creative, to get the world to them, instead of get a small pot that want to be destructive. And it's showing them how to cook, showing them how to do a lot of things, showing them how to change their life experiences, even if they ain't had a couple of jobs or a job, showing them how to change their life experience into a resume. Like if they cooked in the house. You know what I'm saying?
You broken up, Static. He could be in another area, but that was actually Saved by the Bell, because Static would take this ship around the world because he has that kind of story, and I encourage him for that.
To get these extra trainings, these extra certifications, to get
Static,
certain things where they can be in a position.
You broke up. We're gonna bring you on. We're gonna bring you on next week and let you get a little bit more in depth in what you do. But for the sake of time right now,
I'll probably pull up with you, because right now I'm on both two phones, so I'll just pull up with you and see what you said, so that way you can hear me. I just made like about 20 songs last night. I was going over them. I got some positive, conscious stuff, and it's powerful. And I'm trying to get that together.
We're gonna end with one of your songs today, something different, so you all can hear the kind of message she's bringing. But I'm just gonna segue from what Static said, Dr. Jackson, and just give my 2 cents in, why I'm thankful again. But the reason why I created City Vision City Vision was stemmed from a multitude of things, but I think the spark for me when I was let go from a job, that it sparked in me to create something that not only will I not technically be fired from because I'm creating it, but also I believe that we need to pass the torch and pass those mustard seeds and just sprinkle them out to the community because the ripple of doing something positive and right isn't big enough. We will see when you're on social media and you scrolling through, you will see more ignorance than something positive, and that's what's affecting our children. A lot of I love social media, I love it, but a lot of the content that's shared, it's easy money when you're doing ignorance. And I vowed to
Mhm.
create something that I can be proud of, that the world can be proud of, and that when people who are struggling can look back and say, you know what, that's good information, and I can say it's good because I went through the
Just
same
give me 1
struggle,
second to show
and
you what
now I'm
I'm doing.
able to give
1 second.
some empowerment to others. So City Vision is all about empowering. It's all about finding what is needed to bridge the gap, utilizing all of my diversities and cognitive behaviors and Navy background, as a Navy brat, to incorporate in our communities because we need to figure out what makes our city work. And City Vision is all about that. And I'm glad to be able to be a key asset to Static. We have Stand Up Ministries. We have Dr. Jackson. We have Dr. Parr. But we have other organizations that are grassroots that are starting off
Mhm.
that Dr. Jackson I want to bring to the table because they need to know who you are. They need to know what you give them. They need to be managed by someone like you when it comes to effectively utilizing the grants and resources that we have and making them work. So Static is one of them. His music is now you can find on Spotify. You can find things he's doing already, and we have other organizations. And I'm here to help anyone that needs that bridge when it comes to connecting it to the tech world, social world, the branding world, and how to incorporate your idea and make it come to fruition. So, Dr. Jackson, I can't thank you enough. I thank you for allowing me to be here. I thank you for allowing me to be a part of your uh, upper upper echelon when it comes to information and wisdom. So again, I thank you, and that is City Vision. And if you're done, Dr. Jackson, I'm gonna play his song. We can close out with it, but
Sure.
you can hear it.
I'm done. I wanted you to close it out.
And we're gonna leave on this note. Every Monday, 12 to 2, you can find us here, and it only gets better. It gets more efficient. It gets more effective. My 12 to 2 Mindful Mondays here with the team. Enjoy the music.
Yeah, yeah,
This song is entitled I'm Still
yeah.
Here. Personal experiences by
Yo,
Static
Static
himself.
Buzz, the true speaker. Taking you through the struggles, the ups and downs, no faker. I'm still here. Despite the wars and the flames, gotta keep it real. Ain't no playing games. I've been through the storm, seen the darkest nights. Lost friends, family, buried the light. But I kept pushing, ain't no stopping me. I'm still here, thank God, it's a blessing you see. Been through the pain, the hurt, the struggle, but I rise above, ain't no huddle. I'm still here, ain't going nowhere. Gotta keep moving, gotta keep it real, no air. I'm still here, I'm still standing. Despite the odds, I'm still handling. I'm still here, ain't no denying. Gotta keep pushing, gotta keep trying. Yeah. I was lost, I was blind, but now I see. I got a second chance, gotta make it count, gotta be responsible, focus, ain't no more time to waste. Gotta make a change, gotta break the cycle, no pace. I'm still here, ain't no miracle, just a blessing, ain't no trial. I'm still here, gotta keep it real, ain't no pretending, gotta keep it still. I'm still standing. Despite the odds, I'm still here. I'm still here, it's a message to the youth. Yeah, don't make the same mistakes, keep it real, keep it truth. I'm still here, it's a blessing, ain't no curse. Gotta keep moving, gotta keep living first. Life is a gift, we gotta make it a curse.
Thank you all for today. It's been a lovely day, lovely day. I enjoy everyone, every today.
I like that. Seriously taking action daily in the community.
That's that. I just want to hit songs, everyone. See you all next week, same time.
That's one of my lightweight songs.
I'm easy mentor, Static. I'm easy mentor. We ain't gonna get him everything all up front. I got to teach you how to market. Don't just put it all in there.
Stuff so deep. So I got blues, country, reggae. Oh man, I got.
How do you buy something? How do you buy that?
Right now I'm in the midst of getting everything copywritten. Only the things copywritten getting out there. I done probably made about 100 songs in the last week because I just been in the vibe. I'm getting in the midst of getting all of the copywritten and put it in its different genres. And it's finna get let go. Some are gonna be shopped to be sold for movie type stuff. And we working on scripts and movies and children's books right now too. So
we again, Static. I watched you with the kids.
They told us something we gonna overflood everything. But the positive messages are getting out there. They're gonna be able to vibe. They don't hear them songs, have that vibe. That message gonna stick in their head like a person going to church, but they're going for the wrong reason. But eventually they go to church over and over again. They start getting the message. They start living the message. It might have been for the wrong reason at first, but the more they hear, the more they start living like that. So these messages with these vibes, gonna get out there.
Yeah,
it's gonna make it. It might not make the biggest difference, but it's gonna make a big difference.
Right.
Well, if you just help one person, that is a savings.
Broke up.
Tavon, I want to make sure that you send a copy of the program.
What you saying, sir?
I just said I was hoping that Tavon sends a copy of this recorded program to all.
I can't hear.
Yeah, I can hear. It's you. It's where you at, Static.
Oh yeah,
it's where you at.
You know my phone's kind of ragged anyway.
Hold your flank and you want to take off.
Yeah, that was pretty deep. I want to hear your other songs.
That was pretty. That was pretty deep.
Next week.
Yeah, I got some blues that are
next
man. I got some stuff. They come. They leave me. I'm working fast. I'm trying to copyright the stuff and trying to get it out.
But we do have
my birthday. My birthday in 3 days, so I'm dealing with that too. So I'll be 57 in 3 days. So
I don't want to use the hook, you know what I'm saying, as I'm on stage and using the hook to pull folks off. You know how to do an old day. But we have actually 2 minutes left. We want to end on time.
Do you have Shameless in your file?
Who? No, I don't have it.
Song Shameless in your file, Tavon?
I don't have it yet. I mean, I don't have it in this file.
Static.
Hold on. We got to end it too. See, look at him. Look at him. He getting ready. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Anderson, he be ready to go. Man. I don't want to stop him, but you know.
I don't know if I can turn it on here though. I could turn it on here.
But anyway, Static, hold on one second. We got to end it.
Tell him you'll give him 20 minutes next week, and we'll talk about it.
I'll put it on.
Well, that's okay. Tavon,
I definitely put it on.
Close down again. It's 2:00.
Got amazing many songs on the fan though, but I definitely put it on.
Thank you, City Vision. I thank all the participants. Send the copy of the show to all the participants, including Cheryl. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm sending it in the email.
All right, thank you. Send an email.
Sending the song.